City in Vegas. Just for the haters. I make a lot of new money. When it's not saving. You be liking my flavor. I think it's cause.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Well, the Bengals and Seahawks meeting here in Week 1, and this is a combination that we haven't seen that often on the turf. If you look back to when the franchises began facing each other all the way back in 1977, but since then, just 20 meetings between the two teams. And the Bengals have won 11 of them, including the last meeting back in October of 2015. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it.
And got his man complete. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 79 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
On the ready. 55. Greystone, travel. Go.
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. He's checking.
Mixon with a first down carry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Ready? 60 outlaw. You draw closer.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 12, Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
Let's go double count right here. Double count.
Now Wilson on first down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. Wilson now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. A throw complete to Dorsett. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player is just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made there?
Yeah, he has certainly made a name for himself. William Clay Matthews III. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf with his first career touchdown in his first career game. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to throw. He finds his running back, Mixon. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Let's go.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
61, matchbox,
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Nixon. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Pittsburgh. 6-6. Pull it. Go.
Back to throw now on first down. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
On the Seahawks 19-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Check. X3. 218. Chop.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And able to find Green. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This quarterback now 5 for 5 on the drive. He's responded after the interception. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Benson Mayowa in there to bury him for a loss of 11. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now back to throw. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But now it's 3rd and goal. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. Spins past him. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the shotgun, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. Here the Seahawks, they're able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Bengals drive about to get going. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's a 2nd and 7. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Let's go. 30 base.
On 1st down, Mixon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Hits his running back, Pirine. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
38-yard line.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? He will push his way down to about the 14. On the tackle that time, Bruce Irvin. 2nd and 9 now. That's complete. Bernard. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2 yards.
2 draw quarter.
It's 3rd down.
Hey, high 7. 5.
They'll set up the throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball. Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And he's going to have a 1st down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the 1st. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He'll find Metcalf. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Wilson now, only 1 pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Check three.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter. Shoot.
Here's Pirine. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
61, matchbox, lights.
Here's 2nd and 8. He finds Pirine out of the backfield. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Back to throw here. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Hey, you got 3 down.
Hey.
Here's Bernard. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 15. Gets this into the hands of Samaje Perine. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And that's It's complete. It's Green here. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They'll run. This is Bernard. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. He'll drop to throw. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
60 out now. Any weapons. You must be green. Get ready.
Back to throw. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab, and the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and it makes the score 21-10. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Bynes. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack on first down, Wilson. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Third and long, it's Wilson. He's got Lockett. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 22-yard line.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in the game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that cat?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Go.
Penny will try to punch it in. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from a yard out. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week one. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week one. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Hate to see this. Week one of the season. We'll be back.
Ready. 15 line. Greystone travel. Get it.
A draw play. Bernard. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. 22 yards there, a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Switch it. Come here, switch it. Watch the safety creep. Look, squeeze. Hey, exit. Pilot, 60 dribble.
Now it's the backup Finley. That's caught by the tight end Drew Sample.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
On the ready. 2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Slam. Hey, Haywood. Now.
Operating in the red zone now, Finley. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher if guys trying to get to the football.
On second down, Bernard. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Here we go. 10-2 stop.
55 to Mike. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Pass it.
61, matchbox lights.
Safety's creeping.
They'll run here with Bernard. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Giovanni Bernard taking it in. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Vick will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Wilson now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he will score. Touchdown Seattle. Rashad Penny. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And they've got the hookup. This is Olsen. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Partner, they're up big. They snap the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT. Yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tied? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
Tighten up.
6-6, pull it high. 5.
They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
From the 30 on second down, Finley. Buying time to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. The Bengals on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 5. Underneath, this is Bernard. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Finley here, 3rd and long. He's got his man here. It's Green. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line. From the gun, Finley. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. A second down throw for Finley. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
To throw again on second down. Finley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Opening week, certainly he didn't want to throw an interception, but the rookie got it out of the way. That's the first of his career.
Veterans throw interceptions week 1, week 2, week 3. It happens along the way, but you're right. He got it out of the way. It's over. The big thing for him is, can he answer this question when he gets to the sideline? What did you see? Why did you make that throw? They'll work with it from there.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Dorsett making the catch. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So the victory here for Seattle. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who